Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out massively. And if any of this resonates with you, then please do leave a comment or a like. It helps me out massively. So, shall we see what we have for you today? I've got the animal cards first of all, so I'm just going to pick one of these for you, see what we have going on. Healing, the deer and oat. So you might be in a position similar to me where you're trying to heal at the moment. That could be physically, mentally, emotionally, but usually when we're in that space, it kind of throws your habits or your daily routines and things into either chaos or just not your normal, especially if you're feeling tired with it, and there's a need to maybe rest more. That could be whether it's mental or physical healing that you're going through as well at this time. And with the deer, this is kind of about being gentle with yourself. So it's allowing that healing to happen. Sometimes, I completely get this, when we need to heal, when we need to take time and space out, you're thinking about all the things that you must do, that you have to do, and you're trying to rush yourself through the process to get back doing what you were doing. But you have to allow that rest. And in that time, you learn a lot about yourself. You might even have managed to read more than you would normally, and you've learnt more, or you've gained more knowledge. There's something in it that you have learnt from, basically. So I feel like if this is for you, this is where you are currently. You're in a healing process right now. You might be feeling more emotional than you normally do. Maybe you don't even realise you're in a healing process at this time. So I'm going to get some of these tea cards out. I'm not going to look at what specific area of your life we're looking at today. As we're looking into healing, we'll see what comes out in the cards for you. Well, the first thing that's come out is financial gain. This is the dolphin. It's coming from something that you did in the past. So again, when you're on that healing journey, you've got to take time out of work sometimes, and you could be worrying about your finances right now. So this is kind of saying, don't worry, something will happen. And that might be somebody gifting you some money to help you through, or if you've applied for some kind of benefit or help, then it will happen. Okay, it's coming in. Don't worry, you'll be looked after. Let's see what we have right now. Pay attention to your finances. So there's definitely some money concerns going on for you at this time. Just make sure you don't go, into your retail therapy to try and make yourself feel better. Just keep it in your account as much as you possibly can, and allow people to know. If you've been invited out to do things or something like that, just say, I can't right now. I'm having to be really careful with my money. Because if you're like me, you're not doing the kind of work that you would normally be doing. But this key is suggesting a successful outcome to your problems. And I do feel for some of you, you are working on something in the background that's going to help you out financially at some point as well anyway. Okay, it's going to be more beneficial for you. Let's see what else we have for you. I really hope it doesn't piss it down right now. Stepping into a new experience. So for some of you, your healing process might be something to do with your legs. It might be something that's happened to you that's kind of debilitated you. I'm getting like buttocks, back and legs. So it could be like sciatica or something like that. Something that's debilitating you, that's kind of keeping you resting, like stopping you from doing what you would normally do. But you are about to step into something new here. It almost feels like you've been in a mental prison, or you feel like you have. You've been imprisoning yourself in something that you thought you should stay in. And now you're stepping out of that and into something new. Courage, a journey either physical or mental. So yeah, this healing process, it is working for you. You're doing the right thing. It's going to take time. I do get something about midnight or late at night. I feel like perhaps somebody here is struggling to sleep, or you start doing something quite late at night, and it's making you tired the next day kind of thing. So just watch how you are using your time. Try and make sure that you are looking after yourself in that sense, getting to bed and stuff like that, and getting enough sleep. You know, aiming for like at least 7.5 hours of sleep each night if you can. But you are, you know, you're on this journey. But I do feel that you are being protected on it as well. Yeah? You're not on your own. You know, I'm looking around this garden and the slugs, they eat everything. Honestly, they're so greedy. I'll have to go and sort them out at some point. Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Now, I feel like you might be feeling a little bit upset about somebody in your life right now. Maybe when you've really needed that help, when you've really needed that support, they just haven't been there. They just haven't been what you thought they were. It's a little bit too, maybe they've, you know, dipped in a little bit, but not really enough. It kind of feels like a token gesture. And there's a little bit of disappointment there with this person, I feel, in your life. It's sort of like, you know, they've shown themselves to not be very dependable to you. And they don't seem to be bothered about making anything up to you, even though they know that they haven't really been there, yeah? You know, like if you've got a friend that's sort of like, oh, I'm so sorry, I've had to work and I've had to do this, but I really want to help you, kind of thing. At least they've kind of said that. Whereas this person is more sort of like, oh, well, you know, if you get me to do it, I'll do it, but they don't really seem like they're not offering or helping in any way. And, you know, it just, not everybody is for you, you know? So it's knowing who is your people and who isn't your people. Diamond, you'll be receiving a gift or precious gifts. Now, this will be from someone that is your friend. Someone that actually really does appreciate you and sees you struggling, sees that you need some love and help right now. And I feel like they see you as quite a warrior, quite a trooper, and they want to bring you something to say, here you go, I see you and I want to make you feel better. That's lovely. And I feel like you won't be expecting this either. You definitely won't be expecting this. Let's have a look. I feel like somebody here as well, they're kind of trying to give something up. Maybe something that you would see as like an addiction, maybe. Got older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. Who is this older woman? Let's see what she wants. Who is this older woman? And what does she want with my friend? Sorry, I just called you my friend there, and we don't really know each other, but if you want to be friends, we can be friends. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money or goals. Now, this older woman might be helping you to figure out what it is that you want. I don't know why I keep getting something about a pub with this person. Maybe you know them from a pub or a place where you would go for a drink, that kind of thing. Maybe you chat to this person sometimes. But she seems very wise. She seems to know a lot. And that's the thing. She might be older or she might not be older, but she's wise. She's a wise person. And I feel like it's somebody that you go to when you're feeling that lack, when you feel like things aren't going very well. That's what I'm seeing. It's a bit like Cheers. I don't know if you ever watched Cheers, but it's like people go and they chat to the barmaid about their lives, have a drink and feel better. It's like, this is like what this person is. Like you go and have a drink together and you chat things through and they give you wise counsel. That's what I'm getting from this. You talk about love, you talk about your goals and your money and things like that, and it feels very easy to talk to that person. So as I say, they might be either older or they may just seem older because they're quite wise. Let's see. So maybe you need to speak to that person right now. If you're feeling a little bit low. Okay, teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So if you're female here, that person could be a real good friend of yours. You'll know who that is anyway, because you know who you tend to go to for advice or when you need to speak the truth or say anything. Now, if you're male here, this could be somebody that you kind of spend time with. I'm seeing the gym, or like, you know, locker rooms, that kind of thing, where you kind of, maybe you meet up with somebody to play squash or play golf or go to the gym with, that kind of thing. There's somebody that you maybe chat to, and there seems like there's a friendship deepening through a subject that you've brought up, which could be about your healing, actually. Maybe they've been through a similar experience to you. Pig, beware of greed. Now, I'm going to get more clarity on that one, because greed, I mean, you know, you could be greedy in lots of different directions. Sincere wish will be granted. Okay, so this is kind of like, maybe I'm getting an energy of like somebody spreading themselves too thinly, like sort of like, oh, well, I'm doing this now or I'm doing that now. And when we're a bit like, oh, I want my fingers in all the pies, I want to be able to do this and I want to be able to do that, it's kind of like, you know, it's too much. If you take a step back and just mend what you need to at this time, it says a sincere wish will be granted. So this is about mending something and your wish will be granted. So putting focus and energy into that rather than going here, there and everywhere, dipping your toe into everything, basically. It's almost like someone's got a fear of missing out on something if they're not taking from everything. But they're suggesting that, you know, just work on this, because that's what's healing for you. Rose, romance is in the air. So it's interesting here. There seems to be healing going on. Something's happened here that, you know, someone's in a healing place, maybe a little bit financially struggling. But there seems to be like some romance blossoming within that as well. So this could be, you know, maybe it's showing you who's around you and what's happening around you, and something stepping into your life to make you feel wanted. You know, you've got that diamond gift there, and now you've got a rose as well. So maybe somebody's going to present a rose to you. Maybe it'll be a single red rose coming to your door. Let's see. What else do we have? Right. Bell, announcement. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Okay, so there's going to be some changes definitely to do with your finances, to do with money, and maybe a business venture. It feels like this is something you're collaborating with the person of the same sex as you. It might be a business idea or something that's going to be quite rewarding, and there'll be an announcement about it soon. Okay, which is good, which is very, very good. You're going to get some news coming in. Now, let's get some runes on this. So what energy are we in with your runes right now? Let's have a look. Answers. So you've been guided by Odin, if you like, by the gods. And this is like the breath of the gods that's bringing in inspiration. It's bringing in clarity. And it's allowing you to communicate clearly. It's a bit like the King of Swords in a way, where it's like, you know, you are very clear with your communication at this time. And that brings flow. It brings a real, it's almost like you're taking your fear by the hand and just going with it anyway. You've decided, you know, this is the path I'm taking, this is the direction I'm going in, and I'm flowing with it. And it does feel like maybe you've gone through a period of feeling stuck and not much movement, to now stepping into a space of flow, freedom, movement, things actually happening for you, okay? You may have been having some dreams lately as well. These dreams might be sticking in your mind, maybe having flashbacks of them through the day as well. Be aware of what is in your dream, like people or objects that you're seeing. And it's aligning you with your soul needs. So it's kind of that restricted feeling that you felt before. I feel somebody's cutting cords or cutting ties with things from the past. and allowing yourself to really understand, what are my needs, what do I really want, and you're moving through your life now with like, well, okay, this is what I need right now, and I'm going to honour that. I'm going to honour myself for a change. Good for you. Now let's see this current situation that's going on with you. Ooh, okay, so yeah, this is about an offer, it feels like. Now this could be an offer that's coming into you, or something that you want to offer somebody else, but it's kind of like something that, a seed that's been planted that you want to grow with. It's an opportunity basically, and you see an opportunity. Whoa. Okay, I'll have a look at those in a minute. There's an element of self-sabotage, because there's something that you want that's going to be long term, but you're unsure, you've got your doubts. Let's see what your challenges are right now. What is the challenge here? Okay. The challenge here is about what you've been really deep in thought over this, and it's about sort of feeling like, is somebody going to do me over? Am I going to get hurt by this? Am I going to be defeated, basically? But I feel like you're kind of overcoming these doubts. You're kind of overcoming, so these challenges, you're understanding the need to overcome them, which is positive. That's really positive. You're seeing the light. It's almost like you're seeing a different perspective on things. And you're realising that, you know, this healing process was actually necessary. And maybe you don't have to look at things as somebody trying to hurt you or take something away from you, or, you know, compete with you. It doesn't have to be that way. What do you need to focus on right now? Your focus right now is the Queen of Swords. So this is emotion, this is intelligence basically. This is about you being intelligent. And he said emotional intelligence then, like it was the Queen of Cups or something, but it's not. Don't know why I said that. Maybe it's relevant. It's almost like you're putting your emotions to the side so that you can look at things logically and calculatingly or cleverly. So this is about you knowing what it is that you want to work towards. So you've got to focus on things, take the emotion out of it, and see the facts of what you need to do, where you need to go from here, what needs to happen. Okay. I do see somebody going somewhere where there's a lot of trees, maybe mountains, something like that, where you kind of, you're having a real word with yourself in a way, where it's kind of like, you know, I need to show up as this bold, strong leader. I need to take control in a certain aspect. And the Queen of Swords, you know, she can come across as quite direct. When it's in reverse, sometimes that can be about like bitterness and things like that, but it's almost like you're seeing through any element of like bitterness and being like, well, actually I need to just say it as it is right now, but I need to show power. I need to show intelligence in terms of communication. We have the Three of Cups on the bottom of there as well, so this could be about friendship, I feel. The Wheel of Fortune, so changes. It's like you've come through something, completed a cycle and realised actually, you know, the wheel is turning and it's turning in your favour. This is your fate. And there's big changes coming. This is definitely to do with a friendship of some form, I feel. Changes in that through that kind of like direct communication. So, what do you need to leave? You're joking. We have the King of Swords now as well. I do feel this is to do with you're leaving behind here what you thought was for you, but actually the realisation is that it isn't. Because even though it felt like, oh, that matches me because we're both of the swords, well, maybe that actually caused more friction. Maybe that actually caused more argument. And it's like a battle of the ego or a battle of the minds, if you like. And it feels like there was some games being played in the past with this person. Maybe there's a little bit of calculating, kind of like cleverness going on, or trying to outsmart each other, trying to like, playing mind games basically. Very difficult. So, what is your future? What is the future of this? Wow, we've got future is the Four of Wands. So you're moving into something more stable. You know, that gift that we were talking about, and that romance is in the air. Maybe this is what you're heading towards, is something very stable. This could lead to proposal, marriage, that kind of thing. But this is about freedom and celebration. So you're kind of freeing yourself of what has been maybe a little bit too tough, and heading into something that feels a little bit more like it flows. Like this river down here is kind of like the Lagos rune that you've got. It's like that flow, that gentle flow is coming through. And you're creating with these pillars, if you like, that stability. That's a good one to have in your future. You're leaving behind struggle and burden. What advice can we give you at this point? What is your advice? Jeez. The advice is not to drop the cards all over the floor. Advice. Advice. What is your advice? Justice. Always be true. Always move with integrity. That's also part of the Queen of Swords as well, is just moving through life with integrity, truth, to gain balance basically, because you lessen that burden, then you take that burden away from yourself. When we're not really being true to ourselves, or we're not being true to those around us, it kind of is a burden. It's something that you're carrying because you know it's not really true. So justice is here to kind of like break that spell, really, and to release what has been holding you back in that sense, so that you can move forward with integrity and with balance. Okay. I do see somebody going to some sacred sites, like, like you've got Stonehenge, or you've got just places of interest around the country, wherever you are, that you kind of like going on a bit of a journey or a trip to that kind of thing. Feels like stone circles or something like that, or really ancient graveyards, or something like that. So what about your environment right now? What's in your environment at this time? I'm going to put those back actually. That was the Seven of Swords. So there's something about you're not trusting everything that's around you at the moment, or the people around you. Like you don't have a lot of faith in it. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's what I'm getting from that. Knight of Cups. Okay, so there's still that romance going around in your environment. So this could be somebody that you know actually, that wants to come towards you with an offer of love. Oh, that's chivalry basically. So it's like someone's seeing that you need some help, that you need some support right now, and they want to come in and bring that for you. You know, they want to give you what you need at this time. So there is definitely somebody in your energy that has a romantic interest in you, that's about to show you that and bring that to your door. They want you to know, I'm here for you. You know, where you had that person that was like a bit wishy-washy, not really showing you sincerely that they care. This is not that person. This is somebody that actually does care and wants to show you that they care, and will do what they can to let you know that. They want you to know that they're interested in you. So Let's see. Hopes and fears. The other person's going to miss out big time. What are your hopes and fears? Hopes and fears. Wow, the winds are definitely picking up. There's change coming. You want to be loved. There is an energy of wanting to be chosen. That's the thing. You want to be chosen. And maybe this is someone that you already know, that you want to be chosen by. Maybe it's that person that's a bit flaky and you're putting too much energy into that. You're not seeing or realising what else is out there for you. So I would say you need to let go of that. You need to let that be, you know. At the end of the day, if somebody has to choose between you and somebody else, let them have the other person, you know. If they really wanted you, they would have chosen you. And if they can't make that choice, then they don't really truly value your time, your energy, your love, basically. But you want to be loved. That's your hope in here. Maybe your fear is that you won't be able to be. Let's see what the fear is. Well, that's interesting. Two of Cups, again, is about union, like two people coming together. So I wouldn't see that really as much of a fear, unless maybe you have a fear of getting too close with somebody. I mean, they're kind of intertwined here. This is like a hand fasting. This is a commitment. So it's kind of like, maybe there is a fear around that, but maybe you've revealed that to yourself of sort of like, you know, I'm a little bit scared about this. I'm a little bit afraid to commit here. Even though it's a desire, like it's like being kind of like on one side, you want to be loved. You're saying you want to be loved. You want to receive love. You want to give love. But at the same time, the fear is commitment. And it's kind of revealing to you that you've recognised that you have that fear now. You recognise that. And that's kind of sent you through a bit of an awakening. Because you're realising now the doubts that you've had, and they're holding you back from actually exactly what you want. You have been struggling to sleep, I feel. You've been struggling to get off to sleep. Maybe you can't even catch your thoughts. You don't even know what's going on in your head right now, but it is about that fact of like, I want to be loved, but I have a fear of commitment, and this is awakening you now, and it's kind of difficult. Oh, I forgot, the kids have come out now from school, haven't they? What is your outcome right now? What is the outcome of this? You know, that's really interesting. The outcome is the Three of Swords, which is usually about heartache and heartbreak. So I'm kind of getting a missed opportunity here, a missed opportunity in love, and somebody feeling like they didn't make the right decision, or all is lost. Something didn't quite go to plan. Now maybe this sparks a conversation because you hit a point of rock bottom. You're going to hit a point where you're like, I need to express how I feel. I need to suggest how I feel, because you feel something is slipping away from you. This chivalrous person, this energy that wants to help and support you. It can only do so much. You have to put some effort in your end to accept it, okay? Let's just get another card on there. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion under the surface here that I feel like, you know, you need to express that. You're fully in illumination now. You can't unsee this. You know what's going on. We're in the new moon right now. So this is kind of like a new cycle. It's a new beginning, fresh start. And the moon is like illuminating everything that's under the surface there. So it's like your subconscious is illuminated and you're seeing it. You're starting to see it. And although we don't want to make it sound like Beauty and the Beast, but time is kind of running out. Time is ticking on within this situation. And that doesn't mean that there won't be other opportunities for you coming up, but this particular situation feels like something very solid for you. Something very exciting. something to celebrate, that kind of thing. And that's what you're asking for right now. So don't fear it. Don't run away from it. You had that Four of Wands in your future there. You do have the ability to have this stability. The ability to have stability. That's good. But this whole situation, I think, of this person slipping away from you after you realise how much they're doing for you, that's what's going to open your heart to bringing this in, bringing it into fruition. Okay. Now, if that resonates with you and you want to know more, please do get in touch for a personalised reading. I do 1 or 2 question readings as well, so they're £10 per question. So do just let me know if you would like anything like that. And I usually get back to you within a few hours with those as well, so you get a quick response within a day at least. And I hope this resonates with you. So have a blessed day.